Can't teach experience without experiencing, and Golden State Warriors, as they get the first bucket off of a drawn-up first play,
So his only year as Boston's head coach, and one of the finalist team that ended up losing to Golden State.
Jalen Green somehow gets it to
The major headline in terms of why they're down in this 3-1 series deficit at this point, because Brandon Pajemski was just magnificent the other night. And
but he's got to be smart to not pick up those early fouls as Post knocks down a much-needed three. They shot 80% from the free throw line. They have to knock it down from the charity stripe.
boy, beautiful setup. Smart play, Şengün, the lob underneath. Rockets going to reset. Looked like Jalen Green, a little bit of a grimace, like he's in some pain in the corner. It's Brooks,
opposite side, and he connects.
Thompson, his defensive instincts.
Thompson to the rack, Post was there. Thompson puts his hard hat on.
A great defense by the Rockets.
Steven Adams is checking in for the Rockets.
Van Vliet, they are skulled.
In game 4 the other night in San Francisco. Here's Van Vliet. That's a
Deep three. And the Rockets just can't.
Threes last game lit it up for 25.6 assists as GP2 right back. It's a shootout early in this down and making Golden State pay.
Steph Curry sits. He's played 9 scoreless minutes, 0 of 2.
Santos. So Santos and Post.
State looking to push. Rare fast break opportunity. Payton backdoor. Boy, nifty finish.
And this is where you have to be careful if you're the Rockets. You've done all this of the game. You cannot turn the ball over, and especially live ball turnovers against this talented Golden State team, as Van Vliet is carrying.
Starters versus the bench. Shot clock at 1. Butler has to fire again. It's the second time in the quarter. Butler has had it in his hands of Houston's zone the other night, and we couldn't figure out what they were doing.
As Şengün goes Euro step and Post gets him with the block.
And then he said,
And then Thompson double team. Draymond picks his pocket.
3-on-2. Payton pull up 3, gets it off cleanly.
And that thing nearly dropped as it takes us to the end of the first quarter. And a fast start for the Houston Rockets. Can they answer the bell tonight with their season?
It's the middle collapse. Hit our spot our shooters and it's make shots.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Dennis, 5 turnovers by Golden State as Jabari Smith.
A common theme today, taking shots at the end of the shot clock.
Alperen Şengün, and it's a 20.
Completely thrown Golden State off. Here comes Jalen Green, the driving kick.
Eason.
And this is how Houston Rockets like to play. In flow, getting downhill as such. As they have put
Burgundy, Brent Kristan, our director, rest of our sensational TNT crew. Moses
Moody on a stick back.
trying to breathe some life into the war. Programs to join the G League Ignite. And what a ride it has been that has led him to Houston.
Finally, Steph Curry gets his first.
his career off that pocket pass as Curry puts Eason on roller skates on that play, that pull-up. Like I said,
pick up the pace, play a little defense, and the Warriors might get back in the ball game.
Boy, Eason's becoming a problem underneath for Golden State.
A little Pau Gasol in him if you watch him play. Deft passer, Brooks.
And he banks it in.
and when it's going,
It's cut down to 20. Shot clock down to 4.
Van Vliet contested 3. My goodness.
He is a defensive star. 8 straight for Houston. Here comes Curry. High archer, no. Offensive rebound, Butler.
And hits.
and Curry never stops moving. Never stops moving. Great offensive rebound. Golden State finding him.
The Golden State's got a lot of work left to do. Here comes Şengün,
chiseling his way right to the cup.
And Şengün playing one-on-one. He said if they're not going to double, he's going to make them pay.
Steph starting. Van Vliet. Golden State is out of fouls. Van Vliet to the rack.
Just masterful. Pajemski, a little bit of contact. And that's going to get us to halftime here in Houston. The Rockets shooting at a...
Well, it has been the Rockets' day. You look at the stats, 69% from the field. As Brooks gets the turnaround to go again, and in the same conversation with 8 assists early, has dominated the paint in this series as Pajemski knocks down a 3. The only Rocket player that has scored over 20 each of the 4 games in this series. Jalen Green looks comfortable.
Into the corner, Hield attacking again and flicks it up and in.
And Hield getting it going in transition. That's how Golden State, big screen, the little pops, and Van Fleet makes Golden State pay.
Pajemski, boy, a sweeping little hook shot as he came. Van Fleet again. High arching floater, Steven Adams. One of the great offensive rebounders. Hield playing that 2-man action with Butler. Stops on the dime, left it short. And then Butler, the flail at it. And it actually goes in off glass. 8 for Butler. Adams on the box play. Smart pass. Van Vliet. Version of the Rockets. Here's Spencer going over the shoulder off glass. It up. It's a steal. Santos ahead to Spencer. Pretty little up and under reverse.
Spencer.
Mark left in the corner. Houston facing some of these second and third stringers. 102.
Scary for the lead.
Again, didn't shoot it well this season, but he has shown signs of improvement with that 3-point stroke as Spencer hits again. Start to empty his bench. It's been one of those nights. Stephen Curry, 13 points. We've just hopped on with us, and the Rockets just keep on coming. After this one tonight, before this series, it's set to head back to San Francisco. Looney.
Please put the ball over your head and be stagnant. And so they have to get the ball, maybe not scoring in the paint as Moody gets to the rack. They got to get the ball touching the paint. And then it puts the Rockets defense on their heels.
Aaron Holiday gets us to the end of the quarter here in Houston. The Rockets try to stave off elimination, and boy, it looks good so far. First round coverage on injury this year, and they just were not the same team.
And the experience that he brings to this roster. You know, talking to Coach Ime Udoka.
To their shoulders.
Well, the toughest part is after a win like that, you turn on the television, everybody's in the game. You want to get them rest.
Knox. Ime Udoka is going to call the time. 10-day contracts late in the year. Braxton Key misses, and then it's Jackson Davis on the flush. So it's back down to 13. 23 points for Thompson. His high game of the series, as that is Moody to the cup. It's going to be the inbounder underneath. Holiday will hoist and hit. To Jackson Davis. Reset, they get it to Knox, and he puts it in, and he's fouled. So that'll...
And Golden State showing no quit as the Rockets try to run down the clock as Green knocks it down. Experience. That's you want on your roster.
Moses Moody, little short flick. Rebound, Shepard is over. Game 5, Timberwolves and the Lakers. Moses Moody. The Houston Rockets, with a prolific offensive performance, built up a 30-point lead, and they get this.